Hey guys, we are the local neighborhood experts. I'm Sharon and this is Kyle. And today we are in studio and we are trying a cold brew mix that Kyle has made and brewed and cultivated all for us. Well, for me, actually, not for you guys, but
I love the way you said that.
what?
Brewed and cultivated and
Yeah, he's there and brewing in the nighttime, making the cold brew. I gotta make this cold brew.
You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
I hope she likes it.
Oh my God.
But yes.
Listen, this is a different take. Okay. Yeah. I did decide to take this episode over because I do think part of what we do is, helping people find different ways to drink coffee, right? And I wanted to share this with you guys. You hear me talk about it all the time. I love cold brew. This thing right here makes cold brew. So there's this little top, okay? How much of the audience do you think I've lost? Do you think I've lost all of it?
No, they're there. They're still watching. They're still watching.
Sure?
Yeah, they're still there.
Right. This little guy, your apparatus, okay? This comes out. You fill this guy up with grinds, okay? Put the lid on. Let it go in here. It says it makes 50 ounces. So I don't know. I guess I would put 50 ounces or in the water. And then I let this sit for 24 hours.
Okay.
And this actually makes concentrate. You still want to put water in here.
Okay.
So
you have water in this?
What's in your cup is 1-to-1. One cup of concentrate and 1 cup of water.
Oh, okay. I have to say that I've tried cold brew and this is the best one I've had since drinking cold brew. I like yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think so. Because the other ones, it has a sharp aftertaste and I don't like the sharpness of it. I mean, sometimes it's okay, but it's like the last one we went to Candelabra. Lauria. It was a funky aftertaste.
Oh, that was a very lightly roasted bean.
Okay.
It's a very lightly roasted bean.
So it was okay, but I mean, if I'm going to compare apples to oranges or apples to apples, whatever, I like this one.
The other thing too, why I wanted to show people this is because this is a way that you can also support most every other place that we've been to.
Okay.
Is you can go buy their beans. You can go buy their beans from their, person. You do have to. I grind mine at home because a freshly ground bean I find is the best.
So you grind it? It's not a whole bean in there?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's a grounded.
It's also not very, very, very fine. Like how you would find chock full of nuts, 8 o'clock coffee, ground coffee in the store. Not that fine.
Okay.
You want it close to coarse. The coarse kind of grinds that you would almost use for a French press. Okay. Have you ever French press coffee?
Yes. Oh yeah.
So exactly the same kind of thing.
Okay.
Same kind of thing. I used, what beans did I use in here? I used Pete's from the grocery store. Okay. It's an 18-ounce bag. It was a dark roast coffee. Ground it up, let it sit in here for 24. I've actually got a big container of it over there, poured from a pitcher. And you can just make it and continue to recycle it.
Yeah. It's good.
Do you know a coffee at Dunkin' is $4.59.
Okay.
Okay. And it varies by location, right? But on average, on 9, I've found $4.59. It's 70% water. It's still water.
Really?
It doesn't, I promise you, Sharon, it does not have the depth of flavor of this. And this, I think, broke down to a cup serving is 75 cents.
Okay.
So this is just, I don't know. It's delicious. You control how strong it is. If you want it more strong, I guess you could put 1 cup of concentrate to a half cup of water. Right. You're flirting with digestional issues.
I think it's great. I think it's a good cup of coffee. I could see myself drinking it. I like this better than cold brew, I think.
This is cold brew.
I mean, not cold brew. Ice.
Oh yeah, iced coffee. I don't drink iced coffee. I like this better than ice because I think ice is just too much sugar, too much milk, too much. But this is good. I like this. I would drink you didn't even, and normally every single time I've made you coffee at the office, you put cream and sugar.
Yeah, I didn't put anything. This was just plain. And I'm trying to drink more plain. So it has to be a really good cup of coffee. So I really like that. This is good.
I promise you guys, this is, and this was a Christmas gift from, shout out the man with mortgage plan, right? My buddy Mike Randazzo. This was not expensive, man. I bought an expensive maker off of Amazon one time. and it's not a stainless steel container.
Mm-hmm.
It's a larger to get water in and out. Mm-hmm. That one's more of a pain in the rear end to clean, pain in the neck. You catch me? Mm-hmm. We can curse on here, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
you sure? Okay. All right. I don't know. And then I don't know. This is just so much simpler. So much simpler. Not very secure, as you can see right there, though. Like that, just kind of like water will come out of there all the time, so you have to be careful. The other one is secure. I'll continue to make coffee in this thing for ages, though. Yeah, ages.
It looks cool.
Simple to clean, simple to use. It takes a ton of grinds, though.
I'm sure, because look at that.
I gotta be careful because I don't know. And somebody let me know. Maybe I am doing this in a novice way. I fill this container probably like halfway, pour water over it to like kind of like I guess soak up the grounds, and then I do that all the way up. I wind up putting so much coffee, like a lot of coffee. So I don't know if I should not pour the water over it. If I should just let the water kind of like sit in there. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm using more grounds than I need to. I don't know if I'm making my coffee stronger than I need to. All I know is that it tastes good.
Yeah, well, I know it does. It tastes really good.
And it also doesn't cost you $4.59. Okay? Yeah. It doesn't.
Yeah, definitely.
You can definitely make this stuff yourself. The only people I would say go buy a cup of coffee from is your local owners, your small business owners.
Yeah, small business, right? Definitely.
I would go out to those guys because I can't make a cappuccino shot in my house.
No. So we can talk a little bit of real estate?
Yeah, let's go. Rock and roll.
All right. So I on my feed, on my social media feed, I've been getting a lot of like van life, that kind of thing. And I think that's what I would do. I know, piggybacking on what we were talking about last week, when we were talking about do renters feel secure in their homeowners? Mm-hmm. I feel like if I was if I was single, like God forbid something happened to Tyrone and I had to live, I wouldn't mind living in a van.
It seems pretty cool,
right?
It does,
and I would
say it sounds appealing,
right? Because I mean, I don't think I would be comfortable with two people, but if it was one person, I just need like the shower, the living area, and the kitchen, and that's it. And then I would just drive.
I think your living area is outside. That's your living room.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you want to sit and watch Netflix or something like that. Like
in a van? You're going to sit and watch Netflix in a van?
It's my house.
The whole point of having a van is that you can go anywhere. Your house can be anywhere.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if it's a rainy day. If it's a rainy day, I'm not going to be running down the brook, the babbling brook to see wherever. I'm going to just be sitting.
It's a good point.
Yeah, so if it's like a rainy day. But I think, like, I was thinking about it. Like, people, like we were talking about, maybe you have like $20,000 saved up and you can't afford to buy a house.
You can afford to buy a tricked out. You can afford to buy a tricked out van.
Well, that's how much they cost, around $20,000. So you could buy it and then call up your friend that has the house. I have friends.
That's cool.
Right?
That's cool.
I have friends that own houses, and I would be like, "Listen, can I just park up in the back?" They wouldn't say no. I would probably throw them like maybe $200 for electricity.
See whatever works out.
Right? And then see what works out. And I would just like live in the backyard, like, all right, see you.
That's the best way to make use of land, though.
No, I'm saying.
If you're not using it, you got somebody who's there, they're helping, they're a friend, you've still got community. You can go community wherever you want. Right. And I mean, people think, oh my gosh, we're crazy real estate agents and loan officers talking about van life. But I'm just saying, like, I would do that rather than renting. Like, I honestly, like, how much. Also, too, what's wrong with that if you did that as like, how people like backpack? What if you just did that throughout the U.S. and you saw all the U.S. had to offer? And maybe you do have a job. Maybe you're fortunate enough where you have a job where you can work remotely. Yes, yeah. What if you're making $70,000, $75,000, $80,000 and your van life, your lifestyle is only $40,000? You've just saved $40,000 for a house that eventually, when you do, you could put down roots. Yeah, because I think eventually you're going to have to, because I mean, maybe you're just not going to be able to drive this van if you're in your 80s and 90s, driving this van all over the place. You've gone too far. Van life in the 80s and 90s? I'm just saying, like 80s and 90s, maybe you need to park up. These are still World War II people. They had meals prepared for them when they walked in the door. You want them van life in? No, I'm just saying, but I would do it. Like, I could see myself doing it. Like, I'm just saying, okay, oh my gosh. Like I had, I think it was a family member had reached out to me. I think I mentioned it to you, and her house was getting foreclosed on.
and she doesn't know where to go. And I'm thinking she could just do the van life.
You can.
I would have no shame in my game. I would do that, and I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, it's your domicile,
right? And I would probably get like a tricked out ambulance. I think that's bigger.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can take a poll? Ask for a poll?
Yeah.
What guys, what do you think if you were living in a van down by the river? What kind of van would you want it to be? You know, we're called the local neighborhood experts. We just asked them to be like, hey, what kind of van would you live in?
I'm just saying, because you could live in Walmart in a superstore for free.
They actually did.
I know.
100%. They're like, hey, don't bother the people.
Right. You can have like a little community in Walmart. So you can, and because they love that, because when you
this is not an endorsement to go live in Walmart and create a community there. We're not saying that.
Because there's a lot of places you can go for free, national parks and stuff like that. You can go across the country. They have like a map of places where you can go. I think you can only stay there for like 2 weeks, and then you have to move on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can only stay in the Rockies for 2 weeks. Then you have to
you have to move on.
I'm so sorry.
Right. But then you could stop at Walmart on your way before you go to the next spot.
Thanks for calling Colorado your home.
But I'm saying, I would totally call up one of my friends, and I'm like, hey, listen, I need a place to park. Not gonna bother you. I can't see why I wouldn't say no. Would you say? Well, yeah. Would you? Well, you have to ask Lucy. She.
Yeah, exactly. So you see the whole genesis. She'd be like, "Wait, you want one of your friends to sit in our driveway, consume our electricity, and they'll pay us?" Okay. And where does their mail go to? Our mailbox. Oh, okay. Okay. So. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Every day she goes to work. Hi, Sharon. Bye, Lucy. Go over famously. Van life.
Yeah.
Van life. How did we get to van life from real estate?
You know what? It's so funny. On my feed, I liked one thing, and now all I have is van life on my Instagram. I have someone that converted a bus, a big bus, a small bus, an ambulance. Like, I have all of this stuff on my Facebook feed now.
A girl I used to date, her brother actually did that.
But back then, they said back then it was considered like you were like less than to be in van life. But now I think it's more accepted.
It is. Mm-hmm. It's small living. I have to tell you, right? So if you want to talk about real estate, I would live in a tiny home. I would too. Okay. Yeah, I saw one today because it's on my feed now. And it was nice. It was nice. She had a porch, and then she had the house, and then she had a back porch. She had 2 porches. And I was like, that's nice. Then you could hang out. It's where you live. It's where you sleep. It's where you prepare meals. But right? It's tiny. It's shelter. It's shelter. I get it's tiny. What do you need? If it was me by myself, yes. But I think it would be harder to live with my husband in that tiny space. Every kind of living has challenges. Well, I guess I take that perspective from I know it's gotten expensive. That's what I'm saying. I would totally let's say my daughter, if she wasn't in medical school and she's going to be okay. If she was to start out, I would tell her to start tiny. 100%. I would tell her to start tiny. So yeah, that's it. That's what I saw today. That's what I saw. I thought it was kind of interesting. Okay. But I think people think about, the whole point of this is there's so many different avenues to go into. You could go do the tiny house, you could do the van life, you can do the house hacking, living in a room. There's so many different things you can do instead of just paying for rent. And I know another friend of a friend, they're looking for an apartment. And I'm like, that's so silly. I wouldn't look for an apartment because an apartment is so much money, because not only the rent, then there's the gas, the light, the cable bill, then your car note, car insurance, all those bills. I would be I would say no. I would just let's just get a van or something. You would probably pick up the phone and ask a lot of your friends. You'd be like, hey, what are you doing with your next 3 years of your life? Yeah. You want to buy a house with me? What? No, do you have a spare room? Yeah. I'm like, if you have a spare room, I'll pay. Exactly. Right. Making the most sense. But that's harder because you're going to live in someone's house and you have to be a good house guest and all that stuff. And people are really funny about that stuff. Yeah. That's why I would say a van would be, like you said, in the driveway or in the backyard somewhere. You're not in their space. Correct. And as long as I have a shower. You're just on their property every day. and every night.
But then I'm thinking, do you look outside in your yard and say, "Oh, that's Tom out there"?
We do here.
Oh,
we know everybody that comes around.
But you're not going to be looking at Tom every day.
No, we wouldn't look at Tom every day.
Oh, just when Tom comes around the back to throw out garbage, like, hey.
Tom's throwing that garbage out wrong again.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you can't live in the house. You have to live outside because, you're particular. You have your own proclivities and you don't want to be around people.
That's why you rent. Can you imagine being in somebody's house?
No.
No. It's you say it now. However, the comfortability of like where you are with these people, where you are in the world, what you're doing, it all plays. It all matters.
Well, when we were think about Kyle as a 20-year-old. Like he was cool.
I was bomb.com.
Right? So I'm just saying, like, you're that same cool, hey, I can stay in your backyard.
No, and get blackout drunk and go to frat parties?
No, not drunk Kyle. I'm just talking about, like, responsible Kyle at 20.
Actually, when I got out of school, I would have been the perfect person for that.
Right.
Just hang out, chill, go to work. I had a good job out of college.
Here's that flexible that I can guess.
I do really wish that because when I was coming up, it felt like there was only a couple of choices.
Yes.
It was go to school.
Yes.
Find a woman. Start a family.
Okay.
Get a house.
Yes.
Have kids.
Right.
That's it. Have a job, have career, fully fund your pension, 65 call a day.
Yes.
I didn't have to do that.
Right.
I didn't have to live every single penny paycheck to paycheck. Could have lived with friends.
Yes.
Lived with, listen, living with family is a challenge.
I know it is. It's hard. That's what I'm saying. You can't, for me, it would be hard. So I would say that's what I'm saying. Get a van, get some kind of vehicle, be outside, have your own space, do a tiny house, or even an RV. There's so many different things to do. You could do, you have the RV. Get a used one. You don't have to get a brand new one for like $100 grand.
That's hold on. You're bringing up a good point here. Society doesn't reward that though.
Yeah.
Like the gently used thing, the loved thing. I really do think that generation is gone of knowing how to fix your car, knowing how to keep things on the road. People celebrating 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 mile cars.
Well, even with estate sales, I have the estate sales and people frown on it. They're like, oh no, oh my God, I'm not going to go to an estate sale. I'm not going to buy something used, pre-owned. And I say the same thing. And I was making a video about it yesterday. And I'm like, there are so many functional things that you could get at an estate sale that you don't have to buy every single thing brand new. Yes, if you want to buy something brand new, go with God. But I'm just saying sometimes you can buy things that are used. And it still functions well.
May I?
Yeah. Yeah, the mug.
This is $19.99 at Hershey's Park.
Yeah.
It's $20. I handed you a $5 bill.
Yep.
And there was one other thing I think I got with this mug.
Mm-hmm.
$5. This mug has served me so much coffee.
Yeah.
Right? It has paid for itself so many times over that consumeristic nature of newer is better.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
No. A tiny home to today's question, van life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think I want to say that van life is an alternative living option.
Yes.
To save.
Yes. To save.
It's a vehicle to save.
Right.
You got to it's not what everybody thinks it is. It's not the White House picket fence, 2 stories, 4 beds, 2.5 baths.
But even downsizing, I'm right now, I'm living in a house, and if I was to downsize, I wouldn't mind downsizing to that.
That's a good point too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind downsizing, but then of course, in our society, the social construct that we live in, if I said to anyone I was living in a van,
they would look at you sideways.
They would poor Sharon. Oh my gosh, what happened? They would, oh my gosh.
Did you lose the house?
Yes. I'm like, no, I still have the house. I just want to live in a van. Why do you want to live in a van?
Correct.
And these vans are amazing. I was looking at the way how it's constructed. It's beautifully designed. It's a nice space. You don't need a lot of space. I'm thinking about it. Honestly, I'm in my living room in my house. That's where I hang out. That's where I am. I'm in the living room and pretty much in the kitchen, the bathroom, back into the living room.
Space. I heard somebody say that space stores stuff.
Oh my gosh. We have to now purge I'm such a minimalist, but we have so much stuff that we have to purge again. Cause Like you said, even when you have a drawer, you just fill it up with junk. Yeah,
mine's right there.
Because
and it's garbage.
And you have to, like, all of these dually dads that you get. Especially we do all these networking events. Oh my gosh, I get so much crap.
Chotch.
Yes.
It's just chotch.
Oh my gosh,
chotch.
I don't even take it, and I feel bad. Like someone gives me like a pen, or they give it, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't need any more tchotchkes in my house.
Now that's the thing. The next time you see one of us, we're going to be handing you something.
Yeah,
we're going to
probably.
be handing you chotch.
Yeah.
I'm going to be handing you a magnet, a clip, a pen, something that has my name. Here's a card. Here's a flyer.
Yeah.
Here's a takeaway. Because, like, it really does feel normal to have marketing and advertising programming. But just, you bring up a really good point.
Yeah.
If you can break, and I think this next generation really is. Yeah. They see it. They're like, what are you struggling for?
Yeah.
For this house?
Yeah.
You know, this thing? No. They'll get small. Yeah. Hopefully they'll invest in the stock market. Right. They'll get wealthy before they buy a house.
Yeah.
That is the one thing that I like. Grant Cardone actually says that. Don't start with buying a house.
Right.
Buy income-producing assets.
Right.
Have your money make money for you.
Yes.
And then with the money that you make, you can buy a house. Yeah. Because this is an anchor. You got to be the right type of person with the right type of discipline and know what you're in for to buy a home.
Mm-hmm. I agree, because when we talked about it last week, it was if there's so much hidden costs and there's so much things that you have to come up with. But if you are trying to save, and it's so hard to save in this economy, the best thing to do is start small. You
can save all the time. You have to be conscious of where your dollars go.
Yeah.
And if you eliminate where your dollars can go, right, in terms of like the overhead cost of the house, you're not fixing a big water heater because you have a tiny home.
Yeah.
You have, right, like a small water heater.
Right.
You might be able to do that work yourself.
Right.
Some of the stuff you can handle. Mm-hmm. It's almost like back to basics.
Yeah.
I like alternative living options.
So would you go in a van?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. I would go in a van. I would go in a tiny home.
Yeah.
I think I've seen some of those prefab setups.
Yeah.
They advertise like 900 some odd square feet finished for $40,000.
I've seen one on Amazon. You could like order one on Amazon and it will come to your house and you just have to like open it up and just.
That's wild.
Pick up the walls and you just kind of like, and I'm like, I like that. I was like, I like that. It's already ready.
You could put that on a 5,000 square foot lot, and your lot would feel huge.
Oh yeah,
huge.
And then you just hook it up, right? Put out the backyard, put a little fence over there, and you're good. Have your little dog. You're fine. You're fine. I'd be like, hey, Kyle.
It's the American dream reimagined.
Yes, reimagined. Well, now they're talking about ADUs. I think they were approved to get.
I love ADUs.
Right? They just approved for the ADUs. So now people are going to be slapping up an ADU in the back of their house, especially in New Jersey. So why not be a tiny house?
See, that's the new like what do they call it? Mother daughters?
Yeah.
Right? That's the new mother daughters.
Yeah.
It is. Mm-hmm. And that way it's not illegal. Right. It's completely detached from the original property. So now we don't have to worry about the legality of it.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, it is nice. And then your mom could be in the backyard and you could go see her and then go back home.
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question. Good studio coffee?
Yeah, it was good. I love the cold brew. Made a mess here. Made a little mess. A little splashing here. But yes, did love the cold brew. I think it's the best cold brew I've had.
If you saw Sharon splash herself with her coffee, leave a comment.
Yes,
leave splash in the comments. Okay?
Splash. I did splash.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
All right. Where are we going next week? What was after Candelaria?
Somewhere in Red Bank, I think.
Ooh, that's right.
Right.
That's right.
Somewhere in Red Bank.
I think it's a good place in Red Bank.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, see you next time.
Bye.